All right. Welcome,
Hey.
everybody. What's up, Curtis?
Good, Tillman. How you doing tonight? Or today, I guess.
Tonight, 5 o'clock. It's the in-between hour,
Yep.
right? Welcome, everybody. It's Saturday, September 6th, 2025, 5:14 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm here live for episode 240, 249 of the Get Shit Done show with Curtis Leong, and we're doing hypnosis session number 8. We're live streaming 12 hypnosis sessions for you guys, working with Curtis for 12 weeks, supercharging his entrepreneurial aptitude to get his YouTube channel cranked up, to get his focus improved, to get his rhythm and cadence around entrepreneurial progress enhanced, and all this kind of stuff. So I'm very curious to see what comes out of today's session and how things have been going. So what's up, Curtis? Bring us up to speed. What's the best thing going on in your life right now?
Right now it's Saturday, so it's good. It's a day off. It's relaxing. The stuff I'm doing this week was pretty good. I know I did a document using ChatGPT and sent that over to you. Some of it's changed a little bit because I've been watching some other YouTube videos.
Right.
And I have subscription to a thing called vidIQ, and they actually have quite a few videos to help people with their new channel. I know my target's 1,000 subscribers in the next 12 weeks, right? I did get one new subscriber this week, so I was kind of happy to see that.
Cool.
I've changed some of my video styling this last couple weeks, so that's going well. That's about it.
Cool. So guys, if you want to follow Curtis's journey, he's recently started parentsupportcircle.com, and you can also see that in the PS. Parentsupportcircle.com, and right now that's going to something that's a little bit like a link tree, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, cool. So talk to me about how your week went in terms of, what has happened since our last hypnosis session. What's going on with your progress and your focus and your actions, like rather than just talking about outcomes, let's talk about the process, right? So what have you gotten done in the last week to move the needle?
So what I've been doing is doing videos every day. So some stuff when I first started the week, I was just trying to use some of my newsletter stuff I usually do for titles and doing videos. And then I started using vidIQ, and they had suggestions. So they said, "Hey, try this. It's what they call outlier videos." So I took you check the title, and then they give you a description of what's it about. And then I took that information, add that to ChatGPT, and rewrote it in my voice of parenting. Okay. And then I've done videos with that with Big View. So that's like a teleprompter. And then they have B-roll, which is awesome. I never knew they had that service before. They did that recently. So that's been pretty cool. And those videos have been more watched than usual. So I'm pretty happy with that. I got a couple likes and stuff on them and whatnot about some of the videos. Also, which is really, really cool, I think is awesome every time I see this, is that my daughter likes watching YouTube shorts. So she's seen like 5 or 6 of my videos this week. She's like, "Hey, Dad, look at this. You're on YouTube." So it's kind of cool. That's great reaction from a kid. Yeah,
that's right. That's cool. Yeah. I used ChatGPT to come up with some of my titles. Yeah. And a couple of weeks ago, I asked ChatGPT to do some research and come up with some trending topics that I could do hypnosis live streams about, right, and hopefully have them be a little bit more viral, have them be more shareable, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And it came up with a term that I had never heard of, called sleep maxing, MAXXI, or maybe even 3 X's, sleep maxing. And both of my kids saw it, noticed it, commented on it, and thought it was ridiculous. But they noticed it and they commented on it, which I said was a win.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. So Curtis, cool that you're using these tools.
Yep.
Cool that you're moving forward. Let's talk about what's going on internally with you. What is happening? Like, what have you noticed about yourself and your actions this week that have changed since last week? Like, what's the progress that you're making?
Other than the feeling of getting more shit done, that's for some reason I feel there's a bit more of a drive to use my progress because I'm using the Symbology tool as well. So I put stuff I want to get done and I just get it done. This week I probably got more. I think I got 3 days that I've actually completed all my tasks in the day. And they give you a little thing. You say go on Twitter or Facebook and say, "Hey, I've completed woohoo," type thing. But previously, the last month, I just found out I've been doing it since the beginning of August. This is the first week that I've actually had 3 times completing my tasks that I put in there.
And it was 3 days in a row?
No, it was three different days. It was just like
Okay.
3 days within the week that I did that completed. But I've also changed the way I do it. I'm not doing like 100 different things to do, but I've now discovered how to like different to schedule it, then say, hey, I can do this later, add 2 different lists of stuff. So I'm not like, oh, I'm always feeling like I'm behind. I can do like 4 or 5 and I'm good.
Right. Cool. So overall, right, I know you created this document and sent it over, and I looked at it. I didn't read the whole thing in detail. It was like 50 pages or something, but
it's quite
it was thorough. It was complete.
Yeah.
And so can you just give our viewers the overall plan, the overall structure as you understand it, that that ChatGPT gave you? Like, what's the basic plan?
So basically it gets you set up the channel. So there's certain stuff you have to do to make sure when people or YouTube tells people about the channel that it knows it's a parenting channel and what kind of topics I'm covering through keywords.
Right.
So I set that up. And then you have to have at least 2 or 3 videos initially. And then what I've done was to set that up in a, what do they call it? You put 3 with playlist. That's it, playlist.
Yep.
So I did that. So when people watch one video and you link them all together, so they have more watch time. That's what you basically want is more watch time. And hopefully if they do all the like 2-3 videos in a row, they'll actually will subscribe is what they were saying. So.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's just, I'm looking for the strategy, not the tactics. So, like, what's the overall strategy for the next several weeks to get you to 1,000 or higher subscribers? Like, what's the strategy?
The strategy is to do videos, at least 1 video a day, and then 2 shorts a day. I'm trying to do that. That's a little more harder to get fitted in. But then I found out that I can actually use my other video and do clips with YouTube.
Right.
I didn't know you could do that. So
okay. Now your channel though, didn't you set it up so it was like they could only view your content if they subscribed?
I did that as well.
Yeah. That was so. But if you're making a YouTube video every day, how's anybody ever going to see it unless they're already subscribed?
Because YouTube promotes it.
But will they promote it if they're not subscribed? When the setting on your channel is you can't view it unless you're subscribed.
Yeah, that's why you do shorts. Shorts are like anybody can watch them. That's the idea. That's the idea there. But people who want to check my page out, they can still watch my videos on YouTube.
Right.
It'll still be out there. But if they want to look at my channel, then they have to subscribe.
Okay.
So people can still watch all my videos I produce, but if they want to see who I am on my channel, then they have to subscribe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel I want to make sure that you're actually using that feature intelligently, Curtis. I'm not convinced that you are. I think you threw it in. That correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But it seems like you threw it in there because it sounded like something cool you could do, rather than that you did it as part of a grander strategy.
Yes. So the idea is that if someone goes to the link tree and they push the YouTube button, they have to subscribe. But if you just randomly look for me on YouTube, you don't have to do that. That's a separate thing.
Yeah.
So all my links that I have on my social channels will link to that spot where you have to subscribe.
Okay, so a couple things about that. It's just this is like tactical stuff that you can improve.
Sure.
Right. Number was I typed in parent support circle. I went there and it was that kind of link tree looking thing, right?
Yeah.
You already know that I would recommend that that's an opt-in page and a squeeze page instead of Linktree, and you're working on that.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, if the goal, remember the goal, okay? If the goal is 1,000 YouTube subscribers, okay, then all of your Linktree stuff should be focused on driving people to YouTube as your primary objective. Okay, if the goal is to build your email list, then all of your channels should be driving to your squeeze page as your primary objective. So if your primary objective is YouTube, then all roads lead to YouTube.
Okay.
And right now, I mean, I might be exaggerating, but in my when I went and I visited Parent Support Circle, there was only one road to YouTube, and it was a little tiny YouTube icon. It was at the end of all the list of all the other icons.
Okay.
The Linktree is not focused on growing your YouTube.
Okay. So what would you recommend then?
Clean it up. Focus directing everybody to YouTube as the first thing.
Yeah.
And then if you drive people to LinkedIn, and if you drive people to Twitter, and if you drive people to wherever else, make sure that all those other places are driving people back to YouTube.
Okay.
Because the goal is grow YouTube.
Yep.
Make sure everything that you do grows your YouTube.
Okay.
Everything every day.
Yeah.
Okay. Or like, you're just not going to get the momentum. If you definitely should be getting more than one subscriber a week.
Yeah.
If you only got one subscriber, first thing I would say is, dude, are you sure this feature is actually helping you? I'm not convinced.
Right. Okay.
Maybe it is, but I have no reason to believe that. Yeah. So do some more research on it. Check it out. Make sure it's the smartest thing for you to do, given your strategy. Okay. Yeah. It's like a red flag for me, but I don't really know for sure. But it seems like it's suppressing subscribers, not creating more subscribers. Right. I don't know if it's true. Right.
It's only it's only one spot thing yet.
Yeah. But make sure everything that you're doing online always points back to YouTube. So every email you send to your list needs to have a link to your YouTube.
Yeah.
Everyone. Every time. Every social post. Whether it's a link in the body, whether it's a link in the comments, whether it's somehow part of the strategy, link them back to YouTube. Right? And probably link them back to your daily YouTube video that you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? The next thing is that I noticed when I clicked through to YouTube that it still says hardworking dads, even though you're trying to get people to subscribe to the Parent Support, like the banner header graphic or something.
Okay, yeah.
So
I know what that is.
Clean your stuff up so your messaging is all about the Parent Support Circle, if that's what you're trying to grow.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, right? I think it was an error in me.
Yeah, this is all stuff that can be cleaned up over time, and it all takes time to do it. Yeah, I'm just from the outside. It's easier to see it from the outside too, right? So, Curtis, what I would say is, it sounds like you're making great progress. I'm stoked that you're being more realistic about how much you can accomplish, and that you're getting all those things done, and you're starting to build that habit. That's great. It's awesome that you're using Simpleology. So many of your actions are spot on. What's not spot on is one subscriber.
Yeah.
Like, the result is lacking.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to, this is just like a little confrontive, but like, how many of your personal friends did you text and ask to join your YouTube channel this week?
Probably 4 or 5.
But you only got one person to do it?
I think some of them are already on the channel, though. I think that already are subscribed.
All right.
I don't think anybody else knew that within my group of friends are not part of it or have not checked it out.
Okay, cool. Now you also have the hardworking parents group that you created, and you have your email list, and you have your newsletter, various newsletters. I strongly encourage you to promote the crap out of your YouTube channel every day. Promote your YouTube channel everywhere you can every day. And I think the way to do this is for you, if you're making a daily YouTube video, that's your content of the day. And so that's what you want to tell everybody about on all the other, anywhere else that you can, and get them to go watch that video and subscribe to your channel.
Yep.
Right. In your own experience this week, where are you struggling? Like, what from your vantage point, why aren't you getting more subscribers? Why aren't you getting more traction? You know, what's slowing you down? What's holding you back?
I don't know anything right now. I'm just trying to get the videos to be better each time I do them. That's the only thing I think of right now. Other than that, the views have gone up on them, and that's about it.
Well, views is great. Yeah, but so personally, what are you struggling with?
Oh, okay.
Like, where are you struggling to get more traction with this? What's hard?
I'm just trying to get more stuff done, like trying to make sure whatever I'm trying to do is going to work or not. Like you pointed out the link thing, and I didn't know that was an issue. So
Right.
like stuff like that. There's certain aspects of the process I'm doing. There might be errors that I'm not seeing. So
Sure.
that's the only struggle I would think I have because I don't know what's going wrong.
Yeah.
That's why I'm watching videos on how to get more subscribers and stuff, right?
Right.
Trying to figure that out. So if I know something about how to get subscribers, then I can try to apply it to what I'm doing currently.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, what pops into my mind, I know we talked this about a little bit last week, but if you, now that you have some more time set aside to work on growing your business, if in this case, the goal is growing the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And so if every day you spent half an hour watching educational training about how to grow your YouTube channel and implementing it, some things are going to work.
Yep.
Right. And if you implement something and it works, you're probably going to watch more videos by that same person. And there's so many people on YouTube who are teaching how to grow your YouTube,
Tons.
And so it's like, there's way more training that you can get for free than you'll ever have time to go through in your entire life.
Yeah, for sure.
I've started doing this with TikTok, and it's producing some great results so far, just to change up the way that I'm doing things and see how it works. I did one thing yesterday and I totally got a bunch of new subscribers where my subscribers had absolutely died out, so my growth rate had died out. And so so learning these new things every day and then trying them is the process. Like, that's how you're going to get better, right? Now, in Simpleology,
yep.
Are you familiar with this whole idea that Mark created a long time ago called the Band of Excellence?
I think I've heard of it. I think you mentioned it before. Yeah.
So
I did not see that in the lessons currently I'm doing.
Yeah, it'll probably be I feel like it's probably going to be further down in your belt training. It's probably going to be integrated further down in there.
Oh, okay.
So here's the basic idea, and this might help you over time. Just think about this in the back of your mind. Is basically, imagine that with working out, how there's like, if you're going to the gym, there's like leg day, arm day, and back day.
Yep.
Okay. So think about it a little bit like that for your business. And so there are 3 categories of types of work that you can do to grow a direct response internet business, right? And the 3 categories are intensity, efficiency, and regeneration. Okay. And intensity. So if you imagine a funnel, okay, and the classic funnel diagram, you have a funnel and the traffic comes in the top and then it converts as it goes through the funnel and then money comes out the bottom, right? So that basic idea, intensity is traffic. How many people are coming to your website? How many people are downloading your app? How many people are subscribing to your YouTube channel? Whatever. That's intensity. And you want to be increasing your intensity every day of your business. You want to increase your business's ability to attract more people, for simplicity, to your website, right? Efficiency is when you convert them from a visitor into a subscriber and or a visitor into a customer. Okay. It also includes converting them from a visitor into a customer and then from a customer into a higher value customer. So upsells, right? So it's the efficiency of your funnel, of your sales process, converting those visitors that came from the traffic into customers. And this works with affiliate marketing, and it also works with selling your own stuff. And then finally, what comes out the bottom of the funnel? Well, that's regeneration. And regeneration generally takes one of 2 forms, at least in this type of business. One is it generates money.
Right.
So you take that money and you pour it back into you take some of that money anyway, and you pour it back into your ad budget, and hopefully it's increasing your intensity back up at the top of the funnel again, right? So you take some of the money that comes out the bottom, you reinvest it, and hopefully that continues to grow. And as you focus on improving your efficiency of your funnel, it's converting better over time.
Yeah.
Right. And so what you do is you rotate through your on the business activities that go on your daily task list with the band of excellence. And that it's basically like rotate like you would with going to the gym. So Monday might be intensity day. Tuesday might be efficiency day. Wednesday might be regeneration day. Thursday might be back to intensity. Friday efficiency, Saturday regeneration, and maybe you take Sunday off. Right. So, or something like this.
Yeah.
And it rotates through. And so what ends up happening is you're working on increasing your traffic every 3 days, or where you're really putting extra effort into that, right? And it doesn't mean you don't work on traffic on the other days. It doesn't mean you don't work a little bit, but it's the majority of your focus in terms of improving the viability and the effectiveness of your system that you're building. That's where you put your energy, right?
Right.
So that might be helpful as you continue doing these daily tasks, and getting them done. These are some of the areas that you're gonna have to improve over time in your business, no matter what. And so rather than just being like scattershot, when you feel like it, you can actually build a training regimen around this.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sure that Mark's going to get into that a little bit further down the road in your black belt training. What do you feel needs to happen in yourself in order for you to take things to the next level?
Good question. Right now, I don't know. I just think I'm doing the stuff that I think I need to get done to make it work. Maybe someone else, like looking like earlier you said, needs someone else look on the outside and see what's happening and point out a few things. That's the only thing I can think of. Because usually you just keep on doing what you think what is right for you. But in reality, sometimes it may not be the right thing. It could be wrong. You may not know that. So you just keep on the same pace. Like, I'm doing these videos this way. Maybe there's a better way and I don't know it yet.
Right.
Stuff like that. That's the only things I'm finding is I think what I'm doing is right because I see the views gone up. Certain things people are making likes on the videos and stuff. So to me, that looks like it's the right direction. But there could be something else involved that, hey, if you did this one little tweak here, you could get more people subscribing.
Yeah, well, that never ends, right? Like, especially with internet stuff, it's always changing and it never ends, right? So there's no end to room for improvement with these things, right? So it's great that your views are going up. It's great that you're playing with some more tools, and I want to get your subscriber count increasing. Right.
I think I got to ask more often, perhaps, in the video.
Well, and make your videos more valuable of getting subscribers. Make the videos awesomer. And that doesn't mean more flashier necessarily, but make them more powerful. Make them more effective at delivering these messages, and again, really helping people. Have you asked your business partner to come and tear apart what you're doing and poke some holes in it?
I know. I never thought about that, actually.
Yeah. You're like, hey, will you look at this from the outside and tell me what I'm screwing up from your perspective? And just like, you may not take all of his suggestions, but he'll be able to see your work more clearly. And, if you give him an open door to be critical, like, maybe he will, and just don't take it personally because you asked for it, but like, I would definitely have him take a look and poke holes in what you're doing. Like, help find things that need improving. Right.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Cool.
Now, how about reaching out and interviewing successful YouTubers who are talking about parenting? Where did that go?
I went nowhere because I was focusing on the videos and other tools. So reach out.
Okay, so that's the next piece, Curtis. If you start doing more interviews with more successful YouTubers who are talking about parenting related topics and issues, it's gonna work better than you just talking to the camera by yourself in most cases. Some people are ultra charismatic and they're really good at whatever, but like for the rest of us, interviewing people and having interesting conversations so it doesn't just look like you sitting in the same place saying the same thing day after day after day totally works better, and it gets you talking about content and topics that are completely different than you would talk about on your own.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it has a different direction to it, and it has more personality coming out of it, right?
Right. So we had talked several times over the last few months about you kicking it into high gear in terms of your networking and interviewing people. But I've noticed you've been hesitating on really pulling the trigger on that, Curtis. Okay, this is not going over my head.
No.
Get uncomfortable, dude. Do the stuff that makes you squirm and that you're noticing resistance around. You're holding yourself back unnecessarily, right? I'm all for you interviewing family members if you want to do that. And you're going to get an even better result because if you interview YouTubers who talk about all this stuff regularly, they're going to have a following and some of them are going to share it, right? And if you live stream these interviews like we're doing right now on Restream, they have a chance of live streaming it too. Give them the video content to repurpose when they're done and ask for a link back to your website. If they're willing, and link the crap out of their stuff, on anything that you put out.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And if the focus, Curtis, is your focus is to interview these guys and make them look good. It's not to make you look good. It's to make them look good. Right. And I really would recommend that you could, I really recommend that you do that. So that you can kind of ramp things up and take it to the next level, because I think you're staying locked away in your little bubble a little too much.
Yeah.
I think that'd make a very big positive difference for you. Oh, you got some dog related stuff to deal with, I think, maybe. All right. Deal with the dog noise. Welcome, everybody. My name's Telman Knudsen. This is episode 249 of the Get Shit Done Show. And we are here with Curtis Leung. We're doing live hypnosis session number 8. And we're helping Curtis to develop his entrepreneurial chops, to really focus on getting into action and taking the right actions in order to grow his YouTube channel, in order to grow his following for parents, in order to grow his email list, in order to start making some more money in the parenting niche as he's building this new business.
Yes.
Curtis, what's been the most frustrating or the most challenging part about this process for you so far?
So far, I would say just trying to get the work done more so. In the beginning was really like trying to push a rock up a hill. Still kind of is, so I'm still working with that. I don't really know when it'll ever change, but that's just part of doing this work, I guess. Got to keep on pushing forward. And then I'm just finding that I'm able to find more tools and able to implement them better than I've done before. So I feel that it's a bit more better in that respect. But at the same time, it's like trying to get something going in the beginning is really hard. So that's the only problem right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's creating a whole bunch of change, a whole bunch of change, and that by nature is stressful, So right now, where do you need the most help?
Just the more of a direction of what I need to do. I know you mentioned getting more interviews, so I'm starting to work on those this week a little more, and then still do the videos, and then try to find more people through Facebook groups and stuff that I know, and see if I can get more people to come on in the next week or so.
Yeah, really think about it, dude. Imagine a year from today, and imagine that you've interviewed every best-selling author who writes about parenting.
Yep.
Imagine a year from like today, and you've interviewed every significant YouTuber who has a parenting-related channel.
Yep.
Imagine that you've networked with all of these. Maybe you've done a virtual summit, a parenting virtual summit, right? Following that model, and everybody knows you.
Yep.
Now, if everybody knows you and everybody likes you because you've helped all of them to build their following, you've helped all of them to make more money, you've helped all of them to create more videos, and do you think you're going to start getting invited to speak places?
100%.
Probably. opportunities could open up for you to get on
Yep.
webinars, to join different types of online mixers, to speak publicly from stage at conferences and seminars. But if you don't know anybody and nobody knows you, you're not going to get any of that.
No.
So it's part of it is short term.
Mhm.
Interviewing, creating new content, connecting with new people.
Right.
But this is something that you do it long term, and you do it as much or more than anybody else. Everybody's going to know you if you're cool and you're helpful and you're there to really serve. And
Yeah.
and that will pay off for years and years and years to come if you make that part of your just the way you operate.
Right.
You know, I would really encourage you, don't hold back on interviewing people, man. Just interview everybody who will say yes in the parenting world.
Yep.
You know,
yes,
create
as much as possible.
create as much content as you can, and then start pushing it out on the different platforms. And for now, we're driving back to YouTube, but eventually YouTube is going to be a traffic source, not the destination.
Right.
Right.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, let's do a little hypnosis session focused on that then.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Awesome, guys. So we're about to roll into hypnosis. So, if you're driving a car, doing anything that requires your full attention, please save this video and come back to it later. If you have any questions, please, I encourage you to ask them. We're about to do a live hypnosis session. So if you've ever experienced hypnosis, or if you've never experienced hypnosis, I would love to hear about it down in the comments below. If you have questions about hypnosis, again, please ask them. We're about to do a live session to help Curtis focus on becoming the ultimate parenting YouTuber as he builds his YouTube channel and really gets things cranked up with his parenting newsletter and email list. So, Curtis,
Yes.
why don't you go ahead and mute yourself out for a minute, because there sounds like they have a little background noise. And whenever you're ready, you can just go ahead and get yourself comfortable. If you want to leave your glasses on, that's fine. If you want to take them off, that's fine. Whatever's more comfortable for you. And then whenever you're ready, just go ahead and take a nice, slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can just go ahead and close your eyes and begin to allow yourself to relax. Just begin to allow yourself to relax. Just begin to allow yourself to relax only as much as you can possibly relax right now. From the top of your head all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to the very tips of your toes. And as you do begin to focus on relaxing, you find that the more that you practice hypnosis, the more you move into this calm, comfortable, relaxed yet aware state. You become more capable. You realize all the changes that have already happened and all of the changes that you're already making. All of the seeds that you've planted are beginning to sprout. They've been growing roots for the last several weeks. And now they're beginning to sprout out of the earth. And you begin to become excited. And as you do begin to become more excited and more focused on truly helping as many parents as you possibly can around the world to live better lives, to be better parents, to have happier families, to have better relationships with their children and with each other. As this begins to happen more and more, and you relax more easily and more deeply, perhaps you can begin to imagine a wave, a golden wave of liquid light up at the top of your head, slowly moving down and relaxing your scalp, all the muscles, the tendons, the nerves in your forehead, relaxed, calm, focused, aware, deeper, deeper, and deeper relaxed. And as that relaxation continues down over the back of your head and into the back of your neck, across your eyes, relaxing your eyes, the eyelids, and beneath your eyes and the eyeballs, as your eyeballs relax, your cheeks relax, relaxing the jaw, the teeth, the tongue. And perhaps you'll notice a little flicker of your eyelids. And that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. And completely relaxed. The relaxation moving into your shoulders, relaxing your shoulders and your upper arms. Calm, calm, comfortable, and relaxed. Down from your upper arms into your elbows and forearms, into the wrists and hands. From the hands into the fingers, all the way out, the very tips of each finger, and completely relaxed. And as this relaxation continues down now, down into your mid back, down into your lower back, you breathe easily and naturally, calmly, and comfortably. And as you do, become more focused, more aware, and more relaxed into the chest and abdomen, down, 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 down into your hips and the pelvis, allowing that wonderful wave of relaxation to continue to move down now, down, down into the upper legs, into the quads and the glutes and the hamstrings, just relaxing the legs completely, down into your knees, down, shins and calves, deeper, deeper, and deeper relaxed. And as this relaxation continues down now, down into your ankles and feet, relaxing your feet down into the soles of your feet, relaxing the soles of your feet completely. You become more focused, you become more aware, you become more relaxed, you become more capable. And I'd like you to just take a moment now. Take a moment to imagine that you're taking a walk down a path, a walk into a hall, a long, long hall, a long hallway. And as you take a walk down this hall, you notice pictures on the left and pictures of the right, on the right. And as you look at them, one at a time, you notice on one side are pictures of the past. You see yourself, perhaps as a young boy or a teenager, perhaps in high school, perhaps when you first got your black belt or were training in Taekwondo. You continue to notice all of the different pictures of the accomplishments, of the achievements, of the struggles, of the challenges of you throughout your life at different stages of the past, remembering and reinforcing all that you've been through, all that you've learned from, all that you've accomplished. Yet, on the other side of the wall, are different photos, different pictures of you, only older, more wisdom, more experience. After having achieved things beyond your wildest dreams, you see pictures of you with your first best-selling book, pictures of yourself meeting celebrities and famous individuals, pictures of yourself standing on a stage speaking in front of hundreds or thousands of parents and being met with a standing ovation. You see your YouTube channel growing and thriving with tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, eventually millions of subscribers. You realize you're now creating a wildly successful parenting podcast, one that impacts the lives of parents around the world every single day. You receive fan mail from people telling you how much you've changed their life. All of these things are happening now because of choices you made in the past to adjust your focus, to adjust your actions, and most importantly, to realize just how much more you believe in yourself now than you ever have in the past. Because right now, right here, in this very moment, you are becoming the version of you in the future, the millionaire, the successful business owner, the influencer, the thought leader, the coach, the man that leads parents and their families to a better life in every way. You're connected. You're becoming the person you've always meant to be. And as each and every day passes, you choose to start thinking, acting, feeling, behaving, and believing like this version of yourself, like future Curtis, and you take the actions now to create the you wish to be and the life you wish to experience today and in the future, both consciously and subconsciously, taking steps, taking actions every day, leading you and your family in the direction of the goals, of the vision, of the dream of the future that you hold together. And in just a few short moments, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And when I do, it will be time for you to return fully back into the room, only as quickly and only as completely as you can fully integrate, activate, utilize, and realize each and every one of the powerful hypnotic suggestions you've experienced here today during our time together. Beginning now. 1, taking a nice slow deep breath in. Exhaling whenever you're ready. 2, beginning to return to the room, stretching out the hands and the feet. 3, the arms and the legs. 4, and 5. 5, returning fully back into the room. And welcome back, Curtis.
Thanks,
How's it going?
It was good. It was nice and relaxing. It feels good.
All right. Was there anything in particular about that you found particularly helpful?
Just being self-confident with myself in the future.
Cool.
Good.
Rock and roll. Awesome, Curtis. Well,
thanks, Tommy.
Yeah, you got it. I know you have some family stuff to attend to, so we're going to wrap it up, guys. If you enjoyed today's session, then please join our productivity community at getshitdone.com and follow Curtis at parentsupportcircle.com as he explodes his parenting following newsletter and YouTube channel. You guys are going to love it. Curtis, thanks for being here. And keep going on the Simpleology. Keep on plugging that stuff in. And I would really just focus on learning something new about YouTube every day and like implementing it and building that into your system and seeing what works, and just keep trying stuff.
Yeah, I'll work on the interviews as well this week. I'll try to get a few more people.
Just like bring your content more to life with involving some more people. I think it'll be good.
Perfect. We'll do.
Cool. Excellent. Rock and roll. Thanks, all right, Curtis. Keep going. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks you so much. Bye, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.